and then we'll finish up with Jack Leo.
Hey, Aaron. Sorry about the loss. That was a heartbreaker. But, that was a really good A&M team. Y'all played 11-2 coming in, and you were a crazy shot away from winning. Given that pretty much everyone on the team has never played, besides Jackson's, ever played an SEC game before or played really big minutes in a Power 5 conference game, in any conference for that matter. How do you think you guys, as a team, responded to adversity out there in a conference game for the first time?
I think we responded pretty well. Like I said, we made the adjustments at halftime and came out with a completely different mindset that we did in the first half. I think if we don't get down so much in the first half, we stay in the game. I think it's a different story, and I can't complain, but at the end of the day, we lost, and that's not acceptable. We have to find a way to win. We're up 1 with 10 seconds to go. Just got to find a way to win, and I think we're learning. We're figuring it out on the fly. But, I can't complain with how we competed.
Yeah, Aaron, on that a little bit. Obviously a tough loss for you guys, but what do you have to say about y'all's resiliency tonight?
That's something that we're trying to preach right now is, be persistent, just believe we can win, and I told the guys, we have the pieces on this team to win, even though, a lot of people might not think so. We have enough on this team to win. And, even though we didn't pull it off tonight, we were right there in position to win. So that's just, proof that we do have enough to win with this team. And, people can doubt us all they want. It's not going to change how we come out and compete. So very resilient, great effort, but fell short. It's not good enough. We'll come back ready on Saturday.
Okay, thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we should be joined by Kario Oquendo. Ready to get started, Kario?
Yes.
Okay, first we're going to go to Anthony Dash. Sure, and then we're going to
go. Kario, man, this game, you can tell, when, in basketball, things can turn on a dime, so to speak. And I guess that's kind of what happened tonight. You convert the 3-point play, 5.5 seconds left at that point. Do you think the game was over at that point in time?
I knew it wasn't over, but I just felt like we were going to come out and play good defense, which we did. Mm-hmm. And as the shot went up, it was one of those shots where it goes in, or it doesn't go in. So it was good defense from our team.
Too, this is one of those things. I know we've talked a lot this year about the slow starts. And that's an obvious thing to say. Again, this is one of those things that kind of cost y'all tonight.
Yeah, I feel like we come out trying to feel the game out and see how it's going to be for us as a team, and then when we face adversity, we come out, we play hard, or it might be one play where we get juiced up as a team. Once we figure out how to come out from the start like that, we'll figure it out and we'll be good.
Thanks, man.
Kario, do you guys need something did you need that shot, the 3 that they made to go the other way? So, have some good feelings. You guys might have played well enough to win, but you still have tough L to walk away from. How do you guys handle that?
We had a good talk in the locker room about it because we know we were there and we know that the game could have went either way at some point. But I like how we battled back and we won the game as well. We came back and got in the lead and everything like that. But we still lost, so we'll learn from it though.
What do you think of turning around and Saturday going to Rupp Arena, Kentucky? I know you're new to the SEC. That's kind of a storied program and arena and that kind of thing. Do you think you guys will handle that fine?
I think we'll be fine. I think we just got to follow the game plan and listen to our coaches, and we'll be fine.
Okay, next we're going to go to Drew Beal, and we'll finish up with Jack Leo.
Hey, Kario, you mentioned a minute ago about that one play that kind of gets you juiced up as a team, and tonight I think that was that huge one-handed dunk you had on the baseline down there in the second half that sparked a 13-0 run and kind of really got y'all back in the game. Was that something you had in mind, trying to find that spark when you were going up for that, or kind of just do you feel that it's important for you to be that guy for the team sometimes?
Yeah, any type of play like that dunk tonight was the play. Sometimes it's the charges from Jackson, but I feel like we need to learn how to kind of like come out and then be like, we're gonna win, which we did today, but it's just like a couple shots went in for them, a couple shots missed for us. But if I have to be that player, I will be.
Sorry, I was muted there. What was the play call on the and one shot you had to take the lead there at the end? What did you see? Can you kind of walk through it?
It was a play for basically for me to come off I get the handoff and I hit the corner or I'm coming down and trying to get to the rim. So I seen like him stand up as I was driving. So I just took the lane and got the layup. So every time I see somebody try to they hesitate or I can see that they're tired on defense, I just try to go past them.
You get up by 1 point, your team comes all the way back, and then they got kids credit. Hits a big shot. Was there anything at that point you think y'all could have different?
Well, no, we
just a good shot by
you're
that guy.
playing for the drive because it's a 1 point game, and we could have done a little bit better job on the screen to get Williams when they got it to him. But Aron ended up picking him up, but he's playing for the drive. He's in position, and he just rose up and he hit a three. So in conventional wisdom, you would think the guy, he's playing it right. He's going to go to the basket, right? And but he felt he'd made some threes. He stepped in there and he hit it. The only thing we could have done differently is be up a little higher, try to turn the dribbler. There's basically one dribble per second, but when you turn the dribbler, it basically takes off two. But in those situations, you don't want to be up too close. You don't want to put them at the foul line. You want to have them make a tough shot.
I know coaches aren't in the moral figures. I don't think you are either. But I mean, to come back 18 points, does that show you something about this team?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not. They finally listened. It's a long game, right? We've had too many games where we've been down and we lose our spirit and we get discouraged and get distracted. And tonight they didn't. Right. I mean, it's a long game. It's a great learning lesson for them. And we gave them too many turnover points in the first half. We weren't attacking the press the way that we needed to, but we made the adjustments. We scored points in the second half. We were on the attack, and I'm not surprised. Right. I mean, we've had a couple of out of character games. We're still really learning to play differently. And tonight we played without two guys. I mean, Dalen gets rebounds. He can make threes. He gets rebounds. Cam, it really made strides and played the game we didn't have as much depth, so we just had to manufacture the game a little bit more. But these guys did a really good job attacking off the sets and trusting the offense, and we got rewarded for it.
And I was just going to ask you real quick. I'm sorry, you mentioned not having Dalen and Cam today. You've been playing without guys. It seems like all season long. Just the impact that has when you're having to do that.
Well, what you learn is nobody really cares. And so you better just stay locked in to what matters, which is getting your team better. And that's what it is, and just keep guys with really good perspective on being ready to play, on contributions. We're a big player development program, so it's got to be one where they feel like they're getting better all the time. And when that opportunity comes, they're ready to go. In certain cases, the only way we could replace PJ when he got hurt was with Jalen, now Jalen's out, right? So it just is what it is. And but they work. I mean, they absolutely work. They get better. They believed. That's why my disappointment is not for me or the staff even close to the disappointment I have for them, because they played hard enough, came back, did enough good things to win the game, and we just didn't.
I'm just talking to Aron and Kario after the game. They seem pretty determined to, not let this thing hold them back too much and get out there next time. Is that kind of what you sensed in the locker room?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully they sense it from me, right? I mean, there's so many things that I don't care about. What I do care about is how much better we get every day, and not allowing distractions and disappointments and discouragement and all those kind of things to enter into us. And just to understand that there's a lot of things that we can control and get better with. And that's what we have to stay with. So I'm highly confident. And You either deal well with your back against the wall or you get shoved through the wall. I mean, one or the other. So I know that sounds corny, but that's the truth. And that's exactly how I coach. And that's exactly how I want my team to play. And we're going to keep going forward with it. They are getting better. I mean, it'd be hard to say that some guys aren't getting better. We certainly don't have the record the last few weeks to show for it, but we are improving and we'll get there.
You mentioned too many turnover points that they had in the first half. Aron had better distributor in the second half. What was going on in the first half?
Well, we didn't
for
attack the
team?
pressure, and they did a good job with the traps. And then we had a couple out of character plays of we were playing too congested, right? Our whole press offense mindset is to attack the press, not break it. And there was too many times we were just trying to break it in the first half. And then they're in a matchup zone, which is really not a zone, right? They want you to think they're in zone, but they're really in man-to-man. So you just run your man-to-man stuff through it. But the key is no matter what offense you're running, okay, you've got to screen when it's time to screen. You got to slip it when it's time to slip it. The ball has got to move. And we just had too many times in situations where we weren't getting that cutting and that movement. And there were times we just missed some plays. But we weren't as aggressive as we needed to be with Braylon in the first half, and he wasn't as aggressive as he needed to be. And we knew how we were going to attack them in the pick and roll game, to get the ball inside. And we did a better job of that in the second half.
Thanks.
Okay, next we're going to go to Drew Beal, and then we're going to finish up with Jack Leo.
Hey, Coach. First SEC game tonight for everybody on the team except for Jackson, who played at least. How do you, down pretty big at halftime, how do you think they, kind of came back and responded collectively from, I guess, an energy and a fight perspective?
You just answered the question. They came with energy and they fought back, and I'm proud of them. They did a good job with that. We just got to learn to put the game away.
Yeah, Coach, 28 of y'all's 45 second half points came there in the paint. How'd you guys attack down low so well tonight in the second half?
Well, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to establish from the beginning of the game a rim attack game and not a jump shooting game. And that's what we felt would be there. And it just had to come more from the middle of the floor in this game. The game's always giving you something. You study the film, you try to have them prepared as they can be for what it's going to look like, then you make your adjustments during the game. But we always felt like we could get down the middle of the floor.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.